Hello, you are with me, the voice of ability owner for persons with disability. United Nations statistics estimate that over 600 million people live with disability globally, and over 400 million people live with disability in Africa. 40% of Africa's population are made up of people living with disability. 10 to 15% of school-age children in Africa live with disability. Ghana's population is over 32 million, and 8% are people living with disability. How does this impact on persons with disability in terms of policy formulation, marriage and family life, education, healthcare, employment, and so on? For those of us in the disability community, discrimination and stigmatization is the root cause of almost every challenge we face. However, success only comes to those who know how to overcome their challenges and not those who know how to avoid challenges. So join me, the voice of ability and for persons with disability, as I navigate my way through the riveting stories, the unbelievable experiences, and the life-transforming journeys of persons with disability on the Helping Hand TV show. Hello, welcome to another exciting, very, very special edition of the Helping Hand TV show, where we seek to throw the spotlight on the abilities of persons with disability. And like I say, you're welcome. Welcome to my world where disability is not inability. Special thanks to FCC, Fire State Chapel, my proud sponsors, and DV Unlimited Company Limited. Thank you so much. And a special thanks goes to you for always tuning in to the Helping Hand TV show. Today's show is very, very special, but I'll go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, I'll introduce you to what we have for you, a special treat. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You are with me, the voice of ability on air for persons with disability. And today I want to introduce you to someone with so much ability. Some people call her the greatest friend, others call her the sweet companion, and others still call her the faithful worker. She is dependable, reliable, and adorable, and she's committed to lending you a helping hand anytime, anywhere. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome DV Cleaners.
DV Cleaners Alata Samina Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Aloe Vera Shower Gels, DV Cleaners Body Lotions, DV Cleaners Hair Shampoos, DV Cleaners Hair Conditioners, DV Cleaners Liquid Detergents, DV Cleaners Hand Wash, DV Cleaners Floor Cleaners, DV Cleaners Toilet Cleaners, DV Cleaners Cake Soaps, and now introducing DV Cleaners Hand Sanitizers. For bulk purchase, call us on +233 278 308 246 or +233 244 467 326. DV Cleaners, one of the top most made in Ghana products. DV Cleaners, proudly Ghanaian.
And so remember that anytime you purchase any of the DV Cleaners range of products, you are lending a helping hand to a person with disability, and you are supporting H4P organization's special advocacy for persons with disability. DV Cleaners.
Nature's finest touch.
Welcome back.
Let's talk about your work in government in Kenya. What do you do in government?
Generally, my life has been revolving around working in civil society and government. Well, those are the two main areas.
The albinism community. You've worked in some African countries, so let's extend it to the African region. What do you see are the challenges? What do you see as the way forward? Do you have challenges from the persons with albinism themselves?
Yes.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. Today is a very special day. Like we say, today is a great day and a great day is today. In the disability community, this weekend has been a very pivotal weekend. We've had someone who is an inspiration, someone who is a motivation. He is the Honorable Senator Dr. Maigwa Maura, government spokesperson for the Republic of Kenya. I'm going to actually let him introduce himself. He has a rich CV, and as we talk about it, you would also come to like this man. He's a statesman, and he's a very big pillar in the disability advocacy in the African fraternity. Let me welcome Honorable. Welcome to the Helping Hand TV show, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Bishop.
Let's talk about your work in government in Kenya.
Generally, my life has been revolving around working in civil society and government. Those are the two main areas. So in civil society, as I may have said, I've worked for both local, national, regional, and international NGOs within a very short span. In government, I've worked for the executive, initially working at the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, first as a board member. I was like the vice chair of the board. Then, of course, even within the civil society, most of the time I was doing advocacy. And then now, I was hired as a public relations and communication officer, and I rose to become a deputy director or deputy CEO of the council. At very young age. Then after that, I was appointed by the former Prime Minister, may his soul rest in peace, Raila Odinga, as one of his advisors on special interest groups between 2010 and 2013. And then after that, I became Member of Parliament between 2013 and 2017, and then a Senator 2017-2022. And then briefly, I was appointed as, we call them Chief Administrative Secretary in Kenya, which is basically a Minister of State or Deputy Minister, to be in charge of parliamentary affairs in the office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. The current Prime Minister Musalia Mudavadi. Then later on, I was deployed, and I'm very happy for this role as a government spokesman. So the work that I do currently is to speak on behalf of government. So I help in the coordination of government communication. When we talk about the government voice, I communicate every week. I give a state of the government kind of address. Every Monday, I have an opportunity to speak to the media. And of course, also, just like this show, I host government officials to come and explain what they are doing. And I also have 31 ways that I've come up with of helping the government communicate. But what is quite innovative, over and above many other innovations, like GOK today and all, is that we have also had now inclusive communication. As part and parcel of our government communication. We've come up with inclusive communication guidelines. All our production must have a Kenya Sign Language interpreter. And we are looking at how to ensure that we bring to bear Article 7 of the Constitution. So that's something that I also did when I was in Parliament, to equate, for example, Kenya Sign Language to English and Kiswahili. Swahili is our national language, and English is our official language, but Kenya Sign Language is also a national language. So basically my work is to communicate. And every time then people see, and then I make sure that the disability agenda is well factored in. And you do it in a practical manner. For example, in my office, I have at least 10 members of my staff who have a disability or another. And that is a deliberate thing, because when you talk about inclusion, Kenyan law requires that 5% of all casual, emergency, and contractual employment be persons with disabilities in elective and appointed positions. So then that is, but it's supposed to be progressively realized. So making sure, for example, I've helped quite a number of people with disabilities to get jobs. Actually, maybe, I don't know whether Bishop is the right time to talk about it, but when you gave me this award, I want to say for sure, there is something to it, because I've done quite a bit in Kenya. If you allow me, I can explain. First and foremost, I was able to help move the retirement age of all people with disabilities in Kenya from the age of 60 to 65 by law. I was able to ensure that the Ministry of Education has got a fully fledged directorate of special needs education. I was able to increase capitation to all the special schools in Kenya. I was able to ensure that there is an allocation for the first time of all education assessment and resource centers, 54 of them, because that's where they assess kids and know which school they go. They were never being funded by government. I was able to do so. I've been able to ensure quite a number of people with disabilities get jobs, both political appointment jobs, but also the normal jobs that are hired on a daily basis by various ministries, departments, and agencies. I've been able to fight, and successfully so, to have the currency of Kenya to be more amenable to those with visual impairment. I mean, because you see, they were finding challenges of using it. We've also been able to push for the youth with disabilities to participate in parliamentary training at the National Youth Service.
Okay.
And that has opened jobs for them in various sectors. I've also been able to work with the private sector to have quite a number of people with disabilities to be employed. Kenya Airways, recently when I was coming to Ghana, the person who checked me in was actually a young man with albinism called Alan Witter. I'm the one who founded the Mr. and Miss Albinism Kenya, East Africa. It's now gone to Africa, to redefine ourselves. I've also been able to ensure, for example, when you look at the whole aspect of advocacy, that people now are able to understand disability well. In the census 2019, the disability question, the albinism question, but also other people who we call intersex. So I may go on and on the kind of things that I've been able to do to fight for the rights of persons with disabilities and forming organizations, at the grassroots level, national level, bringing people together. Like recently we celebrated Short Stature. Because I'm the one who helped them to come together and form their own association. Little people. Little people of Kenya. They also have little people of Africa. Just to be able to have a voice. And also, Bishop, in political parties. I was the one who formed the first ever disability caucus in a political party. Watu walemavu na Raila Wara. In the way back in 2012. Now, all political parties have got caucuses as a result of my work. And also they have a Secretary for Disability Affairs, because I served as the first ever Secretary for Disability Affairs in a major political party. And also having that entrenched in the Constitution.
Great.
And that has seen, many people with disabilities now join echelons of leadership.
Honorable, let me go for a break. When we come back, I want us to talk about albinism. Let's look at the challenges people are facing in albinism. But I'll go for a break and come. This is the Helping Hand TV show. My special guest, the Honorable, is still here with us. Let's go for a quick break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
We'll be right back. Success is a product of hard and wise work. Here's 60-second success with the Bishop. Stay tuned.
Welcome to 60-second success with the Bishop, where I give you success nuggets for a successful life. What you do daily is a prediction of what you become eventually. So to be successful, you must strive to do well in everything at every time. What you do once a while is never worth the while. So don't wait for too long to do something right. You must realize that what is not tested cannot be trusted. The best way to test something is to practice daily. Remember that if you will succeed eventually, it will be because you are succeeding in putting in the effort daily. If you decide to make each day fruitful, then your year will be fruitful. If you do things daily to make your day good, then you will be assured that your year will be good. Nothing just happens, except it happens daily, no matter how small the measure is. It has taken 60 seconds for me to give you the success tip, but it will take more than 60 seconds for you to put it to work in your life. So start your journey to success now.
Here's 60-second success with the Bishop. Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. Honorable Isaac is still here with us. Honorable, I want us to talk about the albinism community. You've worked in some African countries, so let's extend it to the African region. What do you see are the challenges? What do you see as a way forward?
When we formed the Albinism of Kenya in 2006, my friend Mumbi Ngogi, who is now a judge of the Court of Appeal, I was the one taking round the letters. And then you call people. We are calling for the Albinism Society of Kenya. There's Albino what? Like derogatory. They couldn't understand what we were saying. That's where we come from. So serious stigma and discrimination. And also, you are a black person, but then people think you can speak English. They are backbiting you in mother tongue, and they think you can't hear. Then some people think because you have albinism, you also are deaf. In fact, back at home, there was a child who was born with cerebral palsy. So people are equating us together. She eventually died, but they did not expect me to grow and to become a full, grown-up.
Wow.
So then now you come to starting the albinism of Kenya. Of course, we had to hive ourselves off from the blind. because we grew up together in blind school.
Okay.
But then our issue was, at least we can see, the biggest problem was the skin. So we problematized the skin.
Okay.
You say the epidermis is 20% of the body. It is the one that doesn't have pigmentation. It's the one that stands out. Goffman in sociology talks about the master status. So our master status, yes, we are visually impaired, but we are really well known because of inadequate pigmentation of the hair, the skin, and the eye. You get the point? And so you have that appearance. So that bringing people together. So starting out in 2006, difficult, but building a movement.
Did you have challenges from the persons with albinism themselves?
Yes, because they first did not want to identify themselves as one.
Okay.
It was even awkward to be in a room together. You get, because everybody is growing within their small society.
Yeah.
So then coming together is a bit awkward, So that's socialization.
Okay.
And even finding our own language. It was very organic. I did a lot of work, let me tell you. And also being the ideologue of the movement. Because you have people who are disempowered here, they lack self-confidence, and you have to be their voice as you find your own. I wish I could share with you some of the images of how we used to look like scarecrows, But we still moved on. Looking very, very funny and rugged. And then now, also...
But what was the driving force? What was the motivation to still go on in spite of all those hindrances and challenges?
You see, there's what the world thinks of you. But when you see yourself in the mirror, you know the potential and the inner man speaking.
Yeah, so much more than that. Yeah.
You have to fight for it. So it keeps on going, and that is a God-given purpose. You keep on doing it, and just trying to find your way. And by the way, before you know it, you're making it. Then you get an ally here and there. The Rotary Club there. Some people who give you sunscreen from Netherlands. You do some activities here. I remember, for example, in 2009, we had the International Disability Day.
Okay.
By that time now, I had become the head of communication at the National Council. But then there were devices that were being given for various types of disabilities, wheelchairs, but there was nothing for people with albinism. So what did we do with my brother, Alex Munyere? There was some sunscreen we had been given, some polythene. We aligned them on the table and called people so that they can also receive from the chief guest. So you have to activate and you have to make it. And, for example, and finding ways of trying to bring the issue up. Media is very powerful. Going for interviews, talking about it, trying to hold the first ever National Albinism Day, and then also helping those who are in distress. Like now, there was a time many people with albinism were being killed. The problem was coming from Tanzania.
Okay.
So our kids with albinism were being trafficked to Tanzania. They were being killed for ritual purposes. Bishop, this is witchcraft. We lost quite a number of people.
For ritual purposes?
Yes.
Wow.
And that if you kill a person with albinism and use their body parts, that you are going to be rich. You see the way they equate the white skin with richness? Now it's being translated into sacrifice.
Wow.
So we fight against principalities in high places. This is a fight against witchcraft. So I had to come out very strongly, rescue some of them. I thank God that some of them we have been able to, support them even in education, and just to fight for them and rescue them by the grace of God. And that became, then you have to fight for your own because you understand better. Then you are the one who is empowered, and it's a calling, and you fight for it. It's not been easy.
But Honorable, this is going to gain you a lot of enemies. How did you deal with that?
So on one hand, there are people who are not understanding. Even your own fellow people with albinism start fighting you because they don't even want to identify themselves as disabled.
Okay.
So they even stand out and against, all those kind of things. But on the other hand, I think God helps you. My president keeps on saying, if your intentions are right, God makes a way in between here. So then you start getting admiration. And then you get support. Like now, international media really helped me. It's good to give them credit where it is due. Deutsche Welle, Al Jazeera, BBC, they would come for interviews and then I would explain. Of course, they would want to show this bad Africa.
Yeah.
You see? But then they want somebody who is vocal, who can contextualize. So I saw it as a superstition, the confluence of superstition and capitalistic greed. But also, that desire, despite those challenges, that you find people who do not understand you, people who call you names. And let me tell you, social media can be very bad.
Yeah.
Body shaming. I've been called names. A lot of names. You get the point, eh? And they try to say this and that. But then you see, you turn it around. For example, they have a saying in Kenya. When I am very controversial, by the way, people nowadays are more attuned to even social at night.
Okay.
So one day I attempted to do a press briefing at night. So I say, this guy is doing it because there's no sun now. So every time now I do something, we have left you to the sun. And then what I tell them, which of course they had no comeback, I tell them, no, if you leave me to the sun, First, remember, I have my hat, I have my specs, I have my sunscreen.
Yeah, protected.
And I have long sleeve clothes. And if it's so hot, I'll put an umbrella. Then they have no comeback. And then you make a joke out of it.
Yeah.
Then also there are people who feel like now, I don't know how I can explain it, that you are becoming a threat to their own. And I must confess also within disability, or why is this disability being getting more prominence than the other? It should be about this and that. But we are all together. So what you do therefore there, you must also learn how to bring the people with you. Not just speak about your type of disability. Because also part of the reason why I became vocal on albinism is because I realized it was being left behind. But really, generally in Kenya, if you ask, Wamora is known, as an advocate for disability. Now, the African agenda. Because now we have about over 600 people with albinism in Africa have been attacked. And so we had to come together. I reached out to Tanzania to begin with, invited them to Kenya. Their first member of parliament, Shaima, we invited her to Kenya. Then the another one who was called Salum Khalban Barwon. Then we decided the 4th of May would be our National Albinism Day. So we're doing.
So they are both persons with albinism?
Yes. But they are no longer in parliament. They preceded me actually. See, remember I said I wanted to be the first one in East Africa, but these two came before me. One of them was in special seats. The other one was elected now. But then now we invited them to Kenya to help in the cause. We agreed that we should have a National Albinism Day, and then now we lobbied at the international level to have 13th of June to be declared as the International Albinism Awareness Day. And then for me now I had to organize a national celebration. Then I used to now go to represent the government as a person with disability in New York. And then the next time I was able to orchestrate the first ever celebration of a UN International Day on Albinism at the New York headquarters. Together with my friend Ike Iro from Nigeria. And then have done a lot of advocacy at the Pan-African Parliament, in Japan, at the EU Parliament. Like in 2018 and 2019. In 2018, I made 20 international trips. In 2019, I did 12. Just on that agenda, to the point that I felt now, I'm even neglecting my family. Because you see, you have to go out there and fight. Because if you are the strongest of them all, what do? You have to fight for the disability cause. You have to be the voice. You have to be the change. Because what will you tell God when He gave you the opportunity to serve? So it's not been very easy, but I'm very happy. I'm extremely very happy because even we have been discussing, I've been informing them about our trip. And they are very, very happy about the way you've received us and the places that we have gone to. The African Albinism Network is our network in Africa. And now we have been able to lobby the AU to create a special envoy position.
Let me go for a break. When we come back, we'll continue with it. This is the special edition of the Helping Hand TV show. The special guest of honor for the prestigious Christina Hackman Impact Leadership Awards is my guest. I'll go for a quick commercial break. I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
It's the music segment on the Helping Hand TV show.
See the way you love me. See the way you care for me. You carry my matter for your head. Like a little baby. You watch over me. You know they carry me, they play. caress me, oh. I like it, oh. Do you like it, oh? I like the way you lead me, oh. I see promotion everywhere. Contracts everywhere. Testimony everywhere. 'Cause you lead me every day. I say I like it, oh. I like the way you lead me, oh. I see promotion everywhere. Contracts everywhere. Testimony everywhere. 'Cause you lead me every day. I say I like it, oh. I like the way you lead me, oh. I like the way. You lead me. I like the way. I say I like it, oh. I like the way you lead me, oh. I like the way. I like the way you lead me. I like the way. I say I like it, oh. I like the way you lead me, oh. I see H4P moving higher and higher, from victory to victory, from glory.
Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. This is the special edition of your favorite show, the Helping Hand TV show. Honorable is still here with me. Honorable, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Specifically, the African thing you were talking about, the special envoy. I'll come to that, but there's something you've been saying since you've been around. Our former president, Kwame Nkrumah, he paraphrased a scripture in Matthew, and you seem to like it, but you have your version to it. You have a twist to it. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so Kwame Nkrumah said, seek ye first the political kingdom, and everything shall be added unto you. Now, each generation out of relative obscurity must define their course, either to fulfill it or betray it. The generation of Kwame Nkrumah was about the liberation of Africa.
Yeah.
Political, civil and political liberation. But it is time for us now, this generation, to seek economic emancipation. That is why I'm saying, seek ye first the economic kingdom, and everything shall be added unto you. That is Matthew 6:33.
You are advocating a shift from Pan-Africanism?
Yes, we need now to move from Pan-Africanism and rhetoric around which brought us together for independence to what I'm calling Afro-pragmatism.
Explain.
This means that we must now be pragmatic in our relationship, first with each other and also with others. And it has got 3 pillars. Before it comes to the pillars, it is couched around economic emancipation.
But does it still tie in with Pan-Africanism?
Pan-Africanism was more civil and political.
Okay.
It was about liberation for Africa.
Okay.
It was about the whole of Africa being free. And even by the time Kwame Nkrumah died, some countries in Africa were still under colonial rule. Remember, if South Africa only, became independent in the 90s after apartheid. You get the point?
Yeah.
But that is now gone. By 2027, 6th of March, Ghana, the first country to become independent in Africa, will be 70 years old.
Yeah.
So we have had 70 years of self-rule. Now, 7 is the number of completion. We've got to start afresh and anew. And that I pointed even to the fact that this is the 8th country that I have shared the gospel here. So now, when you talk about Afro-pragmatism, is a shift towards economic emancipation, because there was a time the century was for Britain and the British Empire. Then it moved to America. Now, I was just in India, and they themselves are saying there's nothing like West. The West has been lost, and Dambisa Moyo has written about it. Now, currently, the moment is for the Asia, with the 2 major economies being China and India. But after that, it is coming to Africa.
Yeah.
Are we ready for it?
But let me ask you, Honorable, with your Afro-pragmatism approach, persons with albinism especially, what are some of the challenges and how do we move forward?
So now,
That is the question.
Afro-pragmatism would mean that which is the best practice of inclusion in Africa?
Exactly.
And what can the other African states learn from?
Yeah.
For albinism, for example, Kenya has been cited as the best practice.
Definitely.
Because we made strides, we have a
Yeah,
national
way ahead,
program.
Kenya, yeah.
You know, we have even key people in government positions, not yet quite there, but at least there's some positivity. The negativity that I find when I go to other African countries, when they see me, I don't feel it in Kenya. And even we've had this conversation. When people with albinism come to Kenya, they feel more accepted.
Okay.
Because we are in the public face, we're in the face of it.
Okay.
Now, that is what needs then, in the spirit of Afro-pragmatism, as I called it, collaborative competition, not adversarial. You know, not where we go to a government and then they just, block and tell you everything is okay. Is to accept and say, on this one, we are good at it, you can learn from us. But on that other one, please let's learn from you. Yeah. For example, as a government spokes, I met Honorable Felix, the Minister for Government Communication. For sure, you have a better, arrangement of your government comms than in Kenya. I would like to borrow your model. You get the point? And then as you can say, on issues of disability, maybe we are ahead in this, and also we can learn. So that is what I am advocating for. Okay. And this what you call Afro-pragmatism. Okay. So that then we don't see each other the way like Westerner would come and then we are all trying to pretend and show up that everything. We actually say, yes, can we learn from each other? You are my brother. You are my sister. We are sister countries. What can the East learn from the West? That way then Africa will rise together. But when we only think that success belongs to the white man, we become angry. And in fact, what we are saying in Afro-pragmatism, which is a key pillar there, because it's a developing theory, it's an evolving concept, that we should not deny the goodness that have come with the interaction of the various, civilizations or interactions that we've had with other people in the world. Because surely, Bishop, we are speaking here in English. Had we not been colonized by Britain, we would not be able to speak to each other in mother tongue, So at least we accept that one. Yeah. We've gone to schools. They may have been fashioned around. So we take the best from whichever and commingle. In fact, Kwame Nkrumah said, we are not neither looking west or east, we are looking forward. So this is a time to move Africa forward by also saying now we've come of age and we can learn from one another. And believe you me, there is more potential that way. Because today, if you are able to see that Kenya can do something better, you will be more challenged than if you are told it is the US, because US, you say it's unattainable. Definitely. They are ahead of us. So we also remove the excuse of thinking that we are not good enough. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So let me go for a quick break. When we come back, we are going to go back to Honorable to see the practices that Kenya has started and is doing very well in, way advanced, so that we see what we can glean from our sister country in Kenya. We'll be right back. Stay tuned in.
We'll be right back.
And I also welcome Bishop Dr. Charles to Kenya as well. Kindly extend H4P to Kenya. Your work is clearly seen, and your work is clearly seen, and your work is clearly seen. Thank you so much. May God bless you. May God bless H4P. Thank you.
I know at H4P we are proudly Ghanaian. Proudly Ghanaian. Yes. And I borrow from Kwame Nkrumah, our founder, when he says that the independence of Ghana is meaningless except it is connected, it's tied to the independence of other African nations. So we cannot stay only in Ghana as H4P, doing what we can do in Ghana, but we spread our tentacles to the rest of Africa and even outside Africa, because we believe that to build a disability community that has dignity, it has to go all over, right?
Definitely. This is so special. Congratulations, NTK, and thank you so much, Bishop.
This is the first time that I've been at an awards ceremony not knowing I was going to win. I'm happy with the credibility this award comes with. Quite frankly, there's nothing like vote for me, short code, or whatever. So it gives you that kind of credibility. So that's why I decided that, look, come what may, win or not, I was going to be here. And I was going to use that opportunity to also commend Bishop for the good work he's been doing. I've had the opportunity to be interviewed by him on the Helping Hand show. It's been over 8 years, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's quite a long time ago. 14 years now, he's been doing this work. And he's just doing what God asked him to do. For me, he's human, and he's helping humanity. That is the beauty of being a human being. Your ability to be able to build others and to make others achieve their goals and their dreams.
So this is why we do this show, to bring dignity to disability, to bring hope to those who are hopeless. So all those who contribute to H4P through our mobile money system, thank you so much for helping us do this job. God richly bless you. If you are not yet part of those who help H4P through the mobile money system, I think it's time for you to decide to be a help to the Helping Hand TV show.
You can also support H4P in bringing dignity to disability. Give today via our MTN mobile money on +233 596 313 338. The name is H4P. You can also send your donations via bank transfer. Fidelity Bank Ghana Limited, Rich Towers Branch, Accra, Ghana. Account name is H4P Helping Hand Project Fund. The account number is 20-900-308-70805. You can also visit our website, h4porganization.org, for more information. Thank you, and God richly bless you. H4P, bringing dignity to disability. H4P, perfection is our passion.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back to the Helping Hand TV show. My very, very special guest, the Honorable, is here with me. Honorable, again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time.
Most welcome.
Let's talk about Kenya. When you think about disability practices, Kenya comes up first. There are so many things you are doing that is very, very helpful. Talk to us about some of them. Motivate us, challenge us. Let's see where Ghana can also pick up with the good work that Kenya is doing.
From our end, I think Ghana can learn from reviewing its constitution to provide for guaranteed representation of people with disabilities, especially in parliament and at the district level, the local government.
Okay.
Because in Kenya now we have 2 senators with disabilities. I have been privileged to serve, in that capacity, and also in the National Assembly, which is now the current the parliament as we know it here in Ghana.
So in Kenya, you have slots for persons with disabilities.
Yes,
in parliament,
in the constitution.
Okay.
In parliament. There are 12 slots in the National Assembly, of which must include persons with disabilities. That's how I came in. And also in the Senate, 2 slots.
So all the parties have to agree to that?
Yes, the Independent Electoral Commission determines.
Okay.
So the parties submit those who are supposed to be considered for, and based on their strength in parliament, then they are allocated. So I am one of the very rare breeds to have occupied those 2 positions in 2 parties that were rival to each other. Because when I was in the National Assembly, I came under Raila Odinga's party.
Okay.
But when I went to the Senate, I came under Uhuru Kenyatta's party. So I became, and I'm happy to say this, I became quite valuable to the point that they were fighting for me. To the extent that even during my wedding, both of them, my wedding was the only one that ever did its photo shoot at State House, the Jubilee House.
Okay.
With the president as a best man there. And Raila Odinga stayed with us for 4 hours. So you have to be useful. You have to caucus politically. And I need to speak to those people who are here who want to join politics. Join political parties and change them from within. That is a strategy that I have used and it has worked. Don't fight from the sidelines. I have fought within political parties. Not quite easy. You become a casualty, but it has worked. The other thing that I also think we have done fairly well is having special programs for people with disabilities. Our budget for the National Council for Persons with Disabilities is fairly good. And we have specific programs like the one for albinism, sunscreen and support program, which I initiated, and also the one for children with autism and developmental disabilities. It's a new innovative way of funding. Also, it is very important, that whole issue of the law. We are now implementing the second disability law, because the first one was from 2003 to 2025. Now we have in the second tier that incorporates the CRPD. Of course, it took time, and we have now a national policy on the same. So yeah, there are quite a number of things that we can learn even at the level of special needs education and inclusive education. There are also things that we can also learn from Ghana. I'm sure, because you see, this idea of thinking like there's one country that has it all is a lie. It's really a lie. There are so many things that we are ahead of the West.
Yeah.
And we must accept, and other jurisdictions. I don't even want it to be pitted between us and the West. There's a lot that we are doing. When we have our athletes winning all the champions international or many championships, that's the African blood. So there's a way in which we can learn, and articulate issues. And I'm very happy for Ghana, which is something that has not happened in Kenya, that you've had a minister with disability here who was blind. Yeah, that's very good. And you even had a regional minister who was physically disabled. The same case has not happened in Kenya. The highest that has ever come is me, who was appointed, as assistant minister equivalent to chief administrative secretary, that Minister of State. So you see that at least Ghana is ahead of it. But us, we also ahead when it comes to the issue of representation in parliament. And we even had other members of parliament who are elected just like any other. And I'm happy. I'm happy because I spoke to Honorable, Zuwaira Ibrahima, the vice chair of the Gender, Children and Social Welfare Committee of Parliament. And she told me that there are about 40 women who have been elected out of 276. That's quite commendable, and it can increase, going forward. So what I'm calling for is not a question of Kenyans coming here and posturing like we have it all, that know-it-all thing. That will not take us anywhere. It actually makes people to close in. It's a question of that collaborative competition. What are you doing better? What can we take? Because if you look at development, we are largely not far from each other. Even if you're ahead in GDP per capita, but it cannot be the sole determinant of development. You see, I have never seen another disability award like the one I saw here. I have never seen such. I've never seen, like H4P, an organization that really does not necessarily emanate from a person with disability, that is having 15 ways of reaching out to those with disabilities. This is something that is there. And people can learn from that you can have an NGO that is, supported by the church and private, entrepreneurship to really bring about, to bear that voice of disability and advocacy. It's an innovation. I've not seen it anywhere else. And it's a challenge to many of our entrepreneurs out there, to many people who are running, who are called into the ministry, to actually do so in such a wonderful and very self-reliant way. So and a very clear vision, even of graduating into a university.
Well, thank you so much for joining me on the Helping Hand TV show for this very, very special edition. But this is all time would allow us. We'll bring you the continuation of this very insightful and exciting conversation with the Honorable, same time next week. H4P is 15 years old. To God be the glory. We've been doing this special advocacy for persons with disability for the past 15 years. Wow. We thank God, and we thank DV Unlimited Company Limited and Fast Sea Chapel, my proud sponsors. And special thanks also goes to you for always tuning in, especially those who contribute to H4P through the mobile money system. Thank you so much. We are celebrating 15 years with all of you because you've been lending us a helping hand, and we have also been lending a helping hand to the disability community. Again, we say thank you, God. All right, so let me draw the curtains here. I'll come your way again, same time next week with your favorite show, the Helping Hand TV show. Until then, remember, disability is not inability. Take care of yourselves, and God richly bless you.